Hello students, welcome to my whiteboard program. First of all, I wish you happy Mahasivaratri. God Shiv, Lord Shiv should bless you plentifully so that you come out with your colorful marks in your board exam. I wish you best of luck. So today we have to discuss one more important question for the board point of view, that is from chapter 3 we will discuss today. The question is here: differentiate between metal and non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. So we have to divide this question into two columns. Better, that is, when you write in the paragraph wise, that is not exactly proper representation. So differentiate like this question, you have to divide the answer into two parts, left side and right side. Column should be there. So I have done here, you see, metal, non-metal. We will discuss the difference of metal and non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. They are also physical properties, but we will talk about the chemical properties. Let us see. I have given here 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So in 4 points we have to compare metal as well as non-metal. So first of all, I would like to say you, I have not mentioned here. The first point will be like how metal differ from the non-metal. It is also coming under the chemical properties. Like first is that metals are electropositive in nature. All the metals are electropositive nature. What do we mean by electropositive nature? That means when metal react, it has the tendency to lose the electron. So electrons are negative. When metal lose its negative, that is electron, then it becomes more positive. That's why we call metals are electropositive in nature. Similarly, non-metals are in the reverse. Non-metals are electronegative. What do you mean by electronegative? Non-metals tendencies, they have to receive, they have to gain the electron. Electrons are negative, and when non-metals gain these negative electrons, their negative charge increases, so they becomes the more negative. So their non-metals are electronegative in nature. That point also you can include here. Let us discuss other 4 points. One point is here: how does metal react with oxygen, O2, and how does metal react to non-metal react with oxygen? That is also difference we can clear. First point, with oxygen. So when metal plus oxygen, metal oxide, when metal react with oxygen, then metal oxide will be formed, which is basic in nature. For example, magnesium react with oxygen, give the magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is the basic in nature. Whatever may be the metal, metal plus oxygen will be metal oxide. If magnesium, magnesium oxide. If copper, copper oxide. If aluminum, aluminum oxide. So metal plus oxygen is equal to metal oxide, and its nature is what? Basic nature. In the reverse, if we will see non-metal plus oxygen, non-metal plus oxygen. Similarly, non-metal oxide will be formed. As metal oxide is formed here, there non-metal oxide will be formed. But difference is what? This is basic in nature, that is acidic in nature. For example, I take carbon is non-metal plus oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed, that is acidic in nature. Carbon dioxide is acidic. I think clear? First point is over. Second point will go with water. How does metal react with water, or what happens when metal react with water? This may be some type of question also. How does metal react with water, or what happens when metal react with water? So let us see. When metal react with water, H2O, water, metal oxide or metal hydroxide, either it may be metal oxide, further it will be changed into metal hydroxide, plus hydrogen gas will be formed. So as the metals will be more reactive, then this tendency will be more. They will form metal oxide or metal hydroxide, and more amount of hydrogen gas will be formed. Sodium metal, potassium metal, they are very reactive, and when they react with the water, they violently react, and produce the hydrogen gas in such a way that the hydrogen gas catch the heat developed by the reaction, that is exothermic reaction. Heat catch the hydrogen gas and start to burn. So that's why the metals when react with water, they make the metal oxide or metal hydroxide along with the hydrogen gas. In the counterpart, if non-metal react with water, then they are very rarely reaction will be there, otherwise generally there will be no reaction. So non-metal do not react with the water, no confirmed production is there. Next will come, suppose for here example I have taken sodium plus hydrogen. So sodium plus hydrogen will be sodium hydroxide. Direct it will be, because it is the most reactive metal. This is very reactive metal, and when it react with the water, direct it will come to the sodium hydroxide along with the hydrogen gas, and that sodium metal start to burn like that. Fire will be there. So this is very violently react with water. But here non-metal, if I give you suppose example here, carbon C plus H2O, then there will be no reaction. Carbon will be remain with the water as carbon. There will be no product, will be any confirmed product will not be formed. So no reaction. Next will come point number 3, with hydrogen gas. How does metal react with hydrogen gas? Metal plus hydrogen, metal hydride. If metal react with hydrogen, then metal hydride will be formed, and metal hydride is ionic compound. This compound is ionic nature, electrovalent nature, that carry the electricity. And for example, metal hydrogen plus metal hydride will be formed. But in the counterpart number 3, non-metal plus hydrogen, non-metal hydride will be formed, and that will be covalent one. That means it does not carry the electric current, covalent bond. So this is the electrovalent bond, this is covalent bond, hydrogen react. Now next will come with the acid. What happens when the metal react with acid? Different type of acid are there. We have taken here, suppose for example, HCl hydrochloric acid and H2SO4, that is your sulfuric acid, that must be diluted. So when metal react with the diluted HCl or H2SO4, then metal chloride will be formed and hydrogen gas will be formed. Metal chloride is salt, that is any metal chloride is considered as salt, like copper sulfate, sodium chloride, they are salt, and this that is called the salt, and a gas will be formed, that is called the hydrogen gas. For example, I have taken sodium metal with this hydrochloric acid. So NaCl will be formed, that is metal, and hydrogen will be there, that is hydrogen gas will be formed. So that is called the your so you can balance it to hydrogen and to chlorine to sodium like that. Yeah, this is the balance already. So that sodium plus HCl is equal to sodium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Yeah, copper, you can take H2SO4 also. H2SO4 another acid. So CuSO4 plus H2 gas will be evolved. So when metal react with the acid, then what happens? Metal salt will be formed and a hydrogen gas will be formed. Except that is called the nitric acid. If suppose HNO3, nitric acid, if it will react with the metal, what happens? No hydrogen, salt will be formed, salt will be there, plus water will be formed, not hydrogen gas. Why? Because here, so HNO3 nitric acid, that is very that is one oxidizing agent, HNO3, which is I call, that is HNO3, that is called the nitric acid, that is one oxidizing agent. When it react with metal, salt will be formed, as well as like this hydrogen will be formed, but this hydrogen further react with the oxygen from this and make the water. So that's why free hydrogen never form when nitric acid react with the metal. Otherwise other metal react with acid to give the hydrogen gas. Copper metal does not react in this case. And next will come the non-metal. Non-metal does not react with the dilute acid. No reaction takes place, non-metal, except hydrogen. Hydrogen may react, that is hydrogen plus chlorine is equal to hydrochloric acid, but other non-metal, generally non-metals do not react with the chlorine. So these are the various difference between the metal and non-metal. I think clear. So again we will go for the next question. Till that, goodbye.